Hey everybody, today's devotion is about Sabbath keeping. Today what I'm doing is really ruminating on a poem by a woman named Lynn Unger called Pandemic. Maybe you've seen this out on Facebook, or somebody sent it to you. Several of you have sent it to me. I just think it's a wonderful way of kind of framing this time as a hopeful time, a time of kind of resetting. There's this great idea in it of Sabbath, and she says, consider using this time as Sabbath time the way that Jews consider the Sabbath, and that maybe needs a little unpacking. That the concept of Sabbath that I grew up with was it just meant that you went to church, that the stores were closed, and even the grocery stores were not allowed to sell. They were open, but not allowed to sell any beer. That's what my dad always complained about the most. And so Sabbath was kind of this time off, kind of forced time off, not forced to go to church. And so it didn't really mean that much to me. So the Jewish concept of Sabbath, and what comes from our tradition really, is that it's supposed to be a time of joy, set apart time for family, for enjoying creation, for enjoying each other. You cook, the meals are all prepared ahead of time, so there's some intentionality around it. You just enjoy life in all of its forms, and take pleasure in it. And so it's a great time of resetting, of refocusing, to go back and do things differently later. And so I'm intrigued by this idea of treating the whole period where we're shut in place, sheltered in place, as a time of Sabbath. Here's the poem, and it was just written a couple of weeks ago in light of what we're facing. It was written on March 11th. Pandemic. What have you thought of it as the Jews consider the Sabbath, the most sacred of times? Cease from travel, cease from buying and selling. Give up, just for now, on trying to make the world different than it is. Sing, pray. Touch only those to whom you commit your life. Center down. And when your body has become still, reach out with your heart. Know that we are connected in ways that are terrifying and beautiful. You can hardly deny this now. Know that our lives are in one another's hands. Surely that has become clear. Do not reach out your hands. Reach out your heart. Reach out your words. Reach out all your tendrils of compassion that move invisibly where we cannot touch. Promise this world your love, for better or for worse, in sickness and in health, so long as we all shall live. Again, that's Lynn Unger, Ungar. So my practice today is to ruminate on what it means to have this whole period of shelter in place as a time of Sabbath, of finding things to enjoy, to recenter, so that I can reach out in love more effectively, and be of benefit to others. So that's the practice. I encourage you to go online and find the poem and spend some time today ruminating on what Sabbath means to you and how to incorporate it more fully into your experience. That's all for now. We'll see you next time.